Maybe the smartest thing to do is pull it. And they made that decision to pull, and then we watched the building collapse. Maybe the smartest thing to do is pull it. It's an inside job. Maybe the smartest thing to do is pull it. It's an inside job. Inside job.
8 hours after the first plane crash, a third building at the World Trade Center collapses. This one, the number 7 World Trade Center building.
This is a look at the flying debris from the number 7 tower. You're going to see that almost coming down the street toward the camera. Number 7 tower at the World Trade Center.
The CIA would have been in there normally, but they had, of course, abandoned the building when the event of catastrophe occurred. The CIA would have been in there normally, but they had, of course, abandoned the building.
Maybe the smartest thing to do is pull it.
What you're about to see is a number of buildings that have been brought down by explosives that were strategically placed within the structures so that they would come in and down on themselves. This is called implosions.
And they made that decision to pull, and then we watched the building collapse.
Demolition teams talk about it as pulling a building.
The taping that we were doing, there was an explosion. It was way up where the fire was, and the whole building at that point bellied out in flames, and everybody ran.
Made it outside. We made it about a block.
We made it at least 2 blocks, and we started running. Floor by floor, it started popping out.
It was if they had detonated. Detonated. Planned to take down a building. Boom, 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 boom.
All the way down. I was watching it and running. Just ran up west. And then you just saw this cloud of shit chasing you down.
Couldn't outrun it.
West Street. I couldn't outrun it. So what'd you do? I jumped behind a battalion car. I hit under the car. I was waiting to die.
Thousands of innocent people, secretaries, office workers, hard-working young men and women who were simply out to build a better world, were sacrificed on the altar of the New World Order on September 11th, 2001.
The building was designed to have a fully loaded 707 crash into it. That was the largest plane at the time. I believe that the building probably could sustain multiple impacts of jetliners because this structure is like the mosquito netting on your screen door, this intense grid, and the jet plane is just a pencil puncturing that screen netting. It really does nothing to the screen netting.
You're not supposed to question authority in a Orwellian police state. You're supposed to blindly believe what the FBI and the CIA and the State Department and the President tell you is the truth, and nothing else.
Colonel North, in your work at the NSC, were you not assigned at one time to work on plans for the continuity of government in the event of a major disaster? Mr. Chairman.
I believe that question touches upon a highly sensitive and classified area, so may I request that you not touch upon that, sir.
I was particularly concerned, Mr. Chairman, because I read in Miami papers and several others that there had been a plan developed by that same agency, a contingency plan in the event of emergency that would suspend the American Constitution. And I was deeply concerned about it and wondered if that was the area in which he had worked. I believe that it was, but I wanted to get his
May I most
confirmation.
respectfully request that that matter not be touched upon at this stage. If we wish to get into this, I'm certain arrangements can be made for an executive session.
And tragically, the only member who got close was Jack Brooks, and he was stopped by the chairman. But the truth of the matter is that, yes, you do have those standby provisions, and the plans are there, and the statutory emergency plans are there, whereby you could, in the name of stopping terrorism, apprehend, invoke the military, and arrest Americans and hold them in detention camps.
I'm concerned about the Constitution of the United States of America, that it's being filtered and changed in ways the American public, the citizens of this beautiful country, don't even know.
You're supposed to be too damn dumb and too dense to figure the scam out. You're supposed to buy whatever the White House spin doctors sell you and whatever the managed media tells you.
The CIA would have been in there normally, but they had, of course, abandoned the building.
Maybe the smartest thing to do is pull it.
The CIA would have been in there normally, but they had, of course, abandoned the building.
It's an inside job. It's an inside.
Obviously, 911 was an inside job. Whoever controlled the electronic security system of the World Trade Center complex had both the power and the opportunity to either prevent or carry out the implosions of the Twin Towers and Building Number 7.
We will discover everything that we possibly can that occurred, and we're going to leave no stone unturned.
Kissinger said that could include a probe of possible involvement by Saudi Arabia, a nation Mr. Bush has praised as a strong ally in the war on terror.
We will follow the facts where they lead.
Were Arabs involved? As a matter of fact, the Kuwait American Company, which underwrote Securicom, the outfit which supplied electronic security for the World Trade Center complex, had ironclad links to the Bush family. We discovered that Marvin P. Bush, the president's youngest brother, was a key member of the board of directors of Securicom between 1994 and the millennium. Was this an inside job? Securicom changed its name in the year 2000 to Stratosec. The key man at Stratosec, President Bush's cousin, Wirt Walker III, the CEO of Kuwait America. Stratosec did the electronic security job on the Twin Towers and Building 7 on 9/11. Was this an inside job?
Larry Silverstein became landlord on July 24th, less than 2 months before the attack. He then had control of the maintenance and security departments, and he began to replace security personnel. After the towers disintegrated, Silverstein demanded insurance companies pay him twice what the policy stated on the grounds that each tower was a separate attack.
Maybe the smartest thing to do is pull it.
Tom Kennedy, rescue worker with the National Urban Search and Rescue. It's part of FEMA.
To be honest with you, we arrived on late Monday night and went into action on Tuesday morning. And not until today did we get a full opportunity to work the entire site other than the spot at Church and Day to which we would deploy. To be honest with you, we arrived on late Monday night and went into action on Tuesday morning. To be honest with you, we arrived on late Monday night and went into action on Tuesday morning.
The Chief of Safety of the Fire Department of New York City told me he received word of the possibility of a secondary device, that is another bomb going off. He tried to get his men out as quickly as he could, but he said that there was another explosion which took place, and according to his theory, he thinks that there were actually devices that were planted in the building.
45 minutes into the taping that we were doing, there was an explosion. It was way up where the fire was, and the whole building at that point bellied out in flames, and everybody ran.
I was about 5 blocks away when I heard explosions, 3 thuds, and turned around to see the building we just got out of, antenna tip over and fall in on itself.
And then all of a sudden it started like it sounded like gunfire, you know, bang, 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 and then all of a sudden 3 big explosions.
When you figure this thing out, you'll realize that the men who committed this atrocity in New York on September 11, 2001, mass murdered more people than the combined killings of every serial killer in the 228-year history of the United States. That means that they mass murdered more people than John Wayne Gacy, Charles Miles Manson, Jeffrey Dahmer, the son of Sam,